Yo, what's up, YouTube? This is my 36-gallon Beaufort tank, right there, with one Tiger Oscar in here. So there he is, and I mean he's getting big pretty quick. And then I also have a Pocasmisk down in there, right there. He's not for show; he just cleans the tank. But yeah, this tank's 36 gallons, and I only have room for one Oscar in here, and I might even have to upgrade the tank, but I'm not too worried about it. So this is just basically on how to take care of an Oscar fish. So first of all, you're gonna want a tank that's about 55 gallons. I know I'm being a hypocrite. My parents bought this tank for me. I didn't research it good enough, and I got an Oscar. My parents think the tank is plenty big for one Oscar, but I don't know if it is. So his growth is probably going to get stunned, so probably only grow about 10 inches or less, maybe 9 or 8. It just depends on how big the tank is, but when they're in small tanks, their growths can get stunned. I mean, this isn't a small tank. You just need a big tank for an Oscar, but yeah. So in here, I have obviously the Oscar. I've got the Volcano hooked up to a tube. If you can see the tube running through, I tried to bury it as best as I could. And I tried to get that plant to block it, but you can still see the tube. It runs all the way down and then puts the bubbles in the Volcano. Just shoots up. And then right here, I have my thermometer. My temperature is at 77 degrees, which is just about perfect for an Oscar. I have a power head that blows a current in the water. It hits the glass and then goes off. So if you're wondering why this plant tilts all the way here, the power head blows it that way. And that's how it looks like all the plants are moving, is because of the power head and the water flow and everything. So right there, I have a heater coming down that helps keep the temperature the same. And then I have a 45-gallon filter and a 36-gallon tank because, you know, I have an Oscar, and Oscars are messy fish. And I'm going to get another filter right here. I'll probably get about a 30-gallon or possibly a 55-gallon filter. I'm not sure which one I want to do yet. Probably get the 30, though. So that way I'm getting twice the clean I need to be getting. And then eventually, as he grows up, I'm going to start taking out gravel. He had a ton of decorations in here when I first got him, but, I mean, I started taking them out slowly. And I think I'll be able to keep it like this for a while. So the tank looks good. You can see the water's, it's pretty clean. It's pretty clean. I don't know if you can tell on the iPhone, but the water's pretty clean. He's extremely happy in the tank he's in right now. So I'm not really too worried about tank size. So, I'll just show you some of the things you might need to take care of an Oscar. Obviously, you're going to need some cichlid pellets. These are the mini ones. I really don't give these to him anymore because they just make a mess. The only time I throw them in there is so that way the Pocasmisk actually has food on the ground to eat. I mainly feed them these, the cichlid gold, which these pellets are a little bit bigger. They're bigger pellets. The Pocasmisk food, I only throw a few of these down maybe a week, so maybe only 3 make it down because the Oscar eats them. Some algae thins for the Pocasmisk. So he eats those, and I have some tropical flakes, but I don't really feed these to the Oscar very much. But I got a big thing of them. So those are some tropical flakes, and then every day when I get home from school, I give him some beef heart, which helps improve his growth rate. So that helps him out in growing-wise. He loves these things. And then some of the other things I have. So you're going to need water conditioner, especially if you're using tap water. Tap water is actually the best to use, and then put conditioner in there because RO water doesn't have all the minerals and stuff tap water does. I also have this. Oh, whoops. I knocked that off. I really need to clean out the shelf. I also have Prime, and it kills chlorine, ammonia, nitrate, nitrites, that stuff you're really, really worried about. In basically any fish tank, you could be worried about that. Maybe not a betta fish tank, but other than that. I also have pH increase if pH gets too low, and pH decrease if pH gets too high. So I'm really pretty well stocked on all the fish stuff. I also have these tester kits. I dump them in the water, and all the stuff pops up. The darker, the worse, except in pH. pH you want in the middle. You want it in the neutral area, but you can't really read it. But yeah, so this is good. You pull it out, you just dip it in a tank real quick, and then wait about 30 seconds. Compare results, and then you can see how the tank is doing. If we're gonna want 2 Oscars, I would get about a 75-gallon tank, because it's big enough for about two cichlids. I thought about getting rid of them, but I decided I got them. It was my responsibility, so I kept them. I almost turned this tank into just a regular cichlid tank, but I just decided not to. I have plenty of other plants and stuff. I actually have a whole pile of them in my room because, yeah. So that's him. His name is Tony because he's a tiger Oscar, so Tony the tiger, makes sense. Ha ha ha, funny. And then, yeah, so it's a freshwater. They're pretty basic fish, I guess. I wouldn't start off with these guys. I would start off with doing the mollies and the tetras if you're starting, which I'll tell you how to do in my other video. And actually, that's the way the tank originally looked. So you want the water level. So I manage my water levels. That black tip right there, the water needs to be at or above it, unless I'm doing a water change. I vacuumed out the tank, not yesterday, but the day before yesterday, so the tank is pretty clean itself. The Plecostomus and the Oscar get along. I mean, they really don't bug. They don't really bug each other. Sometimes I think he's lonely, so I thought about getting him a tank mate, but I don't know if my tank's big enough, because if I get another fish, obviously it's gonna have to be another big fish. And I'd probably either have to get another Oscar, but if I got like a regular, like a convict or something, I'd have to get like 2 of them, because the Oscar could easily pick on them. But yeah, so hopefully I can get a new tank. If I do get a new tank, I'm probably going to get about 150 gallons. So that's a lot bigger than this. So that way I can put I can put more fish with him, like maybe a Jack Dempsey, a pair of convicts, and a pair of firemouths or something like that. And then I could raise them all in here when they're babies, so that way they could all go in the tank once they get big enough. So that's him. That's the tank. Hope you enjoyed it. And please rate, comment, and subscribe.